In the 2000s, Porsche set their sights on the supercar space and delivered a car that destroyed the competition.
First disruption for me with the Carrera GT, V10, mid-engine, open-top car, large wheelbase, a lot of new space for Porsche to venture in.
You know, I just drove one a few weeks ago. It's wonderfully analog, as opposed to the new 918 or anything new, which has got your paddle shifters and everything else.
When you drive it, I think that's the one thing that really comes out. You're more part of the car when you're shifting gear manually with your hand, because you have to watch the revs and pull it through and clear the clutch, and you really are in the cockpit of a race car.
The origin of this project was motorsports. In the late 90s, the Porsche engineers were working on a new racing car for Le Mans. But then there were some rules changed, and Porsche decided not to participate in the year 2000. But the technology, a carbon fiber chassis, a V10 naturally aspirated engine, all these technologies were used for a new car, and this became the Carrera GT.
I was able to buy one when I was way too young. It made me a better pitcher. It changed my life. I had a 3.6 ERA before I got it, and then the rest of the season I had like a 2.2 ERA because I was so happy.
The first time I heard it rev up, it was the Monaco 2003 GP, and they rolled that car onto the front straightaway with Walter in it, and I'll never forget the sound of that car. I mean, it just sounded like music and magic mixed together.
I was sitting on this patio at a coffee shop in Malibu, and I heard this noise, and I'm like, what is that? And I heard it just zoom, 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 zoom. And I stood up, and I realized every guy in the place stood up, and we were like prairie dogs.
Like it's an alien technology Swiss watch all put together. You know, it's got the craftsmanship that you expect from Porsche, but it's also got this art to it, and you can see like these curves that look like a rocket booster you'd put on the back of a shark or something like that. Well, when you get in here and you look through these little laser cut holes and you see the carbon fiber oil tank in there, and you see the pushrod suspension and how it all actuates with like really beautiful milled billet pieces of metal. All the other cars at the time were going automatic, making it easier to drive. This was making it more visceral, more real, more everything that a race car should be, but this is a road car. I can't believe that they actually managed to make this work, but it's one of the most beautiful cars of all time.